everybody, welcome to my channel. I am called Forky, but I'm also gonna go by the name of Doodlery. So today's video, I wanted to talk about tools that have helped me as an artist. Some of it's gonna be about digital art and some of it's gonna be about clay art, because those are the two things that at the moment I'm very passionate about. Digital art has been something that I've been passionate about and something I've done for years and years. I started off with Fire Alpaca. It was a free site to use, didn't cost anything, easy to use, easy to follow. As I was growing my art, I switched to Clip Studio, and Clip Studio just had a lot more brushes, controls, and more features that they added. And it's only recently that I switched over to Procreate. I saw Procreate for a while, like it's been out for years, and I've only recently this year started getting it because out of the blue, I just got an iPad. It's not a new iPad, I didn't buy it. It was an iPad that I had for ages and ages, because I think it's an iPad 4 mini or something like that. Like it's very old and outdated. It's not compatible with the Apple Pen, which really, Apple, what are we doing? So instead, I've been using this pen called Knit Mini 4. And weird thing about this one is that it has this disc, and this disc needs to stay on it, otherwise you can't draw on the iPad. So moving on, I also use clay. So first of all, one thing that has been really helpful for me is actually having like a craft toolbox. And the reason why is just so it's easy to organize all your little tools and all your materials in one place. It's just easy because it's portable. So these wooden tools they're very good, they're very durable. I have not really much complaints. A lot of these sculpting tools though, I just don't use. I do know that eventually I do need better toolkits, because these ones don't feel like they're the best for what I do exactly. Probably this is my favorite tool of all, and that is because of its little bristles. The little bristles help make little like dents in clay. If I was to ever do like something like bakery or bread or something, it's just easy to make little like rough surfaces from this little guy. I do also have a pasta roller, and that is to actually condition clay, polymer clay, and to flatten out clay as well. So very good. The only thing I have concerns about is that it always tends to make bubbles, and that's because there's air in the polymer clay. One thing that has been very, very essential to me is a X-Acto knife. And mine has seen better days because I've used this way too much. It's just good to cut off a portion of a polymer clay. It's good for, making certain shapes. It's just so useful for so many things, and I love it so much. Because I make a lot of charms, these tools have been very essential. So these little guys, I would cut it with this tool and then I'd bend it a little bit. And the reason why I do that is because I want the eye pin to stay in the polymer. And then I use these little tools, and this is just to when I do the jewelry part or when I add the little charms. I've got these little hoops and I need to like open them up and close them, and so using this tool is just a great way to do that. Moving on, I've got also tiny little cookie cutters. They just help make shapes. When it's hard to just cut out a custom shape, it's just really nice to have something that's a preset, and it keeps things very consistent. I also have huge ones as well. So I've got big actual cookie cutters, and that one is just to keep like a base shape for if I need to make a coaster or if I need to make a little dish. This really helps. I have the Sculpey, and this one is the Sculpey 3. Sculpey 3. In terms of how this one actually goes, I don't actually really like it that much. Yeah, just because of like how easy it is to condition it. It just makes it easier to leave handprints on it. Another big help for me in essential is the Oven Bake Club Adhesive Sculpey glue, and that's just to help stick everything together. So yeah, so that's all my tools at the moment. They help me make my cute little charms, and the more I'm growing, the more I find what's helpful for me and what's not so helpful for me. And I gotta say, I really have been enjoying making polymer clay. It's really fun to experiment, and it's really fun to make mistakes, you know? I'm in no rush to be the best artist possible. I like when I make mistakes, I actually keep some of my mistakes with me. So I've got things that didn't work out for me, things that were not quite what I liked, but I kept them. And that was because this is what I did back then. This is what I did better. So it's just a nice reminder to see where you came from to start with, and what you could do better as an artist. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I will maybe make another video. Who knows? But do please tell me if this was a good video for you guys and you want me to see more.